All right, hello boys and girls. My name is Ryan Gill. I'm a lieutenant with the Peabody Fire Department, and these are my friends, Captain Dan Dean, Firefighter Todd Croce, Firefighter John Morata, Firefighter Matt McKinnon, and Firefighter Kevin Doherty. And today we're going to talk to you about fire safety. Normally we get into the schools a couple times a year, and if some of you can remember, we got into the kindergarten. We went to all 8 elementary schools earlier in the year for Fire Safety Week. And with the circumstances we're given here today, we're going to try to do some safe talks in the station with my friends. Okay, so first things first, everybody should know the number to call in case of an emergency, 911. You can use your cell phone, and some of you may have a house phone, okay? When you call 911, you call 911 when you have a problem. You know, we're talking about fire safety here, right? So if you call your house is on fire, that's a good reason to call. But there's other reasons to call 911 also. If somebody was sick in your house, and I mean really sick, I don't mean somebody has the sniffles. I think, you know, we all know the difference between that. Calling 911 for somebody being sick is a good reason. Also, if you can't wake up mom and dad or your guardian, that's also a very good reason to call 911. Somebody gets hurt, somebody falls, and I don't mean scraping their knee, but somebody gets really hurt. Good reasons to call 911. Some reasons to not call 911 would be to prank. 3-tier response. Captain, do you want to explain the 3-tier response?
So you're going to have the ambulance respond along with police and fire. The reason they did that is that if one of the companies gets in trouble, gets in traffic, has an accident, there's at least another entity still responding to that location.
Okay, so if we call that as a joke, we're tying up three different entities, and that's something that we definitely don't want to do, right? So we call 911, right? We're reporting an emergency, okay? One of the important things that we need to remember, because we're going to be asking you questions, what is your address? It's very important to know your address, right? Right here, we're at, what's our address here today?
5 Prospect Street.
All right, so you call 911, we're going to say, what's your emergency? And that's what we just talked about. So it has to be an emergency, and also your address. Very, very important. And one thing about your address is also making sure that we can see it from the street, okay? Making sure it's big enough. That's also very important, okay? So we talked about 911. Now, we're going to talk about some other things here today, and I have some pictures to help. Okay, so we're going to talk about smoke detector and what this is. I'm sure everybody has this in your house, at least I hope you do, and I'm going to provide some links to show the proper placement and some literature about these and carbon monoxide detectors. But these are usually located up in the ceiling, okay, and I'm sure we've all heard this before.
Here's the sound it's going to make.
All right? So if you hear that, boys and girls, and you see and you smell smoke, you need to get out of the house. Very, very important.
Yep.
All right? So if you see and you smell smoke. Now, if you can see in this picture, there's a little boy, he's in bed, right? And the smoke detector is waking him up, okay? And what a smoke detector actually does is it sniffs the air for smoke, okay? To the next one. All right, so now, that woke him up, and the reason why it's very loud is for that very reason right there, okay? So when we go through the schools and we do fire drills, all right, I know it's really loud, but it's loud for a reason. And this is the same idea, okay? We're here and we're going to be talking about smoke detectors, why it goes off, why it happens, and what to do, all right? Same thing at school. When that smoke detector goes off, you get out of the school. Very simple, okay? You don't dilly-dally, you get right out. Okay, so that woke him up. Go to the next one. Boys and girls, look what he's doing. He's crawling under that smoke, okay? So all that smoke is up there, all right? And the reason why it goes up, all that yucky stuff goes up, and we want to stay underneath that. And do you want to simulate that? Sure. Firefighter Todd? All right? So he's going to crawl, and we're going to show the proper way to crawl, all right? So boys and girls, we're talking about crawling under that smoke. Get low and go. Remember that. If you hear that smoke alarm going off, you want to get low and go. Crawl low under smoke. Now, boys and girls, he got to his door, okay? We want to check that door and make sure it's not hot, okay? And he was able to get out. Now, boys and girls, if that door is hot, okay, we don't want to open that door because fire's on the other side, okay? But there's other things that we can do to prevent that, right? So, we touch this door's hot. You guys want to come over and join me? You can. There's some things that we can do, right? we can put some clothes underneath there, we can put some sheets to block that smoke, right? Now, we don't want to hide. Very, very important. We don't want to hide in our closet or under our bed, right? So one thing to remember, we can go over to our window and we can call for help, all right? We don't want to break the window. We want to open up that window when you see the firefighters, and we want to yell for help, and we will come get you. So remember, if this door is hot, don't open it. If smoke is starting to come in, you can put sheets and towels, bedding, whatever you have under that door, okay? All right, so now, he's able to get out, okay? And they get out of the house as quickly as possible. And if you can see way over there, there's that mailbox, all right? And I'm going to explain what that mailbox is used for. All right, you go to the next page. All right, boys and girls, this right here is called a meeting place. It's very, very important. I actually use a mailbox in front of my house, and I think that's a good choice. You can use whatever you want. You can use a car, tree. I don't know, Matt, what do you have at your house?
We have a tree.
You have a tree in front of your house, okay? So you can use whatever you want, as long as it's off the street. But just keep in mind that if it's at night, you know, police, fire, ambulance, they're going to be coming. So make sure you stay off the street. But a meeting place is a place that we're all going to meet, okay? And I think that's very important for two reasons. One, so your mom and your dad, your guardian, they know where you are, but also for us. When we get on scene, if we only see two people there, we know, and they can tell us, you know, this person's missing, and we're going to need to know where they are and where to get them, okay? Next page. And that's really pretty much it. When we get out of a fire, I mean, we have a fire in our house. When we get out, we stay out. And that's extremely important. Would you go back in for your toys?
No, you stay 100% stay out of the house once you get out. Never go back in.
Would you go back in for your dog?
No, you leave that up to the firemen and firewomen that come. They will help rescue.
What about your brothers and your sisters? Would you go back in for them? No. So when you get out,
That's our job. We're gonna go in for it. You tell us where they're at, and we're gonna get in there and do the best job possible to get them out quickly.
and when we get out, we stay out. Remember that.